Okay, so let me talk about what happened with Revelation M. So I got reached out to by a company that was contracted by NetEase to hire content creators to do dedicated video on Revelation M. Now, they reached out to me to like, hey, Stix, we love your videos. You do great quality videos in MMOs. We're launching Revelation M to the public globally. I think it was like in the next month, and we want you to take a sponsored look at the game. I thought, you know what? Revelation Online was actually fun at the beginning. It was a dog shit game, but it was fun. So I was like, all right, sure, I'll take a look at it. They sent me the download link. I downloaded it, installed it on my phone. I logged in to play it. Within 10 minutes, I heard some AI voice acted lines, and I immediately sent them an email. I said, I can't do this. This game is just trash based off of what little I played, granted. So they sent me a follow-up email saying, well, NetEase really needs you to do it. And I'd already told them I can't do it, right? Like, I established that. I thought the game was in a state where I couldn't say anything positive on it. Because the contract that they sent me was to do a dedicated positive review of it. There were very explicit terms that were listed in that contract that forbade me from mentioning anything negative. And I saw this after I downloaded the game, because I hadn't signed the contract. I don't sign contracts until I read through them thoroughly, but that takes me sometimes weeks to get through. I went through it. They forbade me from saying anything negative. The only things they wanted me to say were positives. They also wanted me to play the little girl class, and they wanted me to talk positively about the lolly. I responded back to them, and I was like, but I don't typically play the little girl classes because I'm not typically comfortable with them. I like playing the big titty waifus because I'm a grown adult, and if I see pantsu flashes or booba flashes from the grown adult, that's fine. But I don't want to see little girl panties flashed in my face. That's gross to me. So I was like, I don't want to play the little girl class. They said, you have to. The contract states, NetEase stated that they need you to explicitly play only the little girl. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So that was another negative for me. They wouldn't let me play what I wanted to play. I had to play the melee class that was a little girl and say only positive things about the little girl, the class, and the game. So again, I said I can't do this. I thought it looked crap based off of like 10 minutes, and I didn't respond to them after that. Now, over the course of the next 48 hours, I think I received about 35 emails from them. I think about 8 messages on Facebook, a dozen messages on Discord, tags on Twitter, YouTube comments, all from the same guy that was contracted by NetEase. The messages he was leaving were like, why aren't you responding to me? What happened? I saw you posted a video earlier today. That means you're there. Why aren't you looking at my emails? So then, after a certain point, after like 3 or 4 days, I respond to him, and I'm like, dude, it's December, like it's Christmas month. I'm prepping for stuff. My wife is getting ready to go back to work. We're preparing to go to my in-laws' place for Christmas, celebrating the new year and everything. I can't respond very quickly right now. And he responds with, oh, thank God you're there. Okay, good. Now that I have a hold of you, I need an update on the game. Do you have your video ready for today? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, your video, the draft for the video is due today. And I was like, I'd already told you I'm not doing a video on the game. And he goes, yes, you are. And I'm like, no, I could tell you with 100% certainty, no, I'm not. Like, I don't know where you're getting off thinking you have the ability to control whether I do a video on your game or not. And he responds, well, you signed the contract. And I'm like, no, I didn't. The contract is completely unsigned. You can go back through the email chain and you can see the contract is not signed. And he responds with, we need this. If you don't do this video, then our company is gonna shut down. Our PR company is gonna shut down. This is our one single chance. And I respond with, well, I mean, that kind of sucks for you if your entire company, the success of your entire company rides on a single content creator. Can't you reach out to another creator and have them do it? Haven't you reached out to dozens of content creators? And they respond with no. NetEase wanted 2 people to do dedicated videos on Revelation M. You are one of them. You are one of the 2 people that are doing videos on it. If you don't do this video, they have no coverage for the game. If they have no coverage from the game, no one's gonna play it. And I'm like, what? There are 2 people? You're paying 2 people to cover your game? What the fuck? You're NetEase. You're the second biggest, you know, gaming tech conglomerate in China and one of the biggest in the world. You can't afford to pay more than 2 people to cover your game? Why do I even answer them? Because I felt, you know, I didn't want to burn bridges, and I did, because I like NetEase. I want to be able to do games, like I want them to pay me thousands of dollars to cover the games I want to play, right? So I don't want to like cut off ties with them because that makes me seem like an asshole. So what I want to do is just kind of like end the partnership and be able to maintain a relationship with them for future games. Because, you know, they're also doing like other MMOs, other gacha games, and some of them look good, and some of them I want to be paid to play. So I didn't want to burn bridges with NetEase. So I'm like, I made sure to respond to them. So it gets to a point where they're like, our entire studio is gonna shut down, or sorry, not studio, our entire PR company is gonna shut down if you don't do this video. And I'm like, well, I can't do it. Like, even if I wanted to do the video, your deadline was set for today. And he's like, how long do you need? And I'm like, I mean, even if I were to theoretically do a dedicated video, it would take me at least a week. And he goes, well, NetEase don't have a week. They only have 24 hours. And I'm like, well, there you go. I can't do it even if I wanted to, because that would be the only way I could do it. And he responds an hour later, I talked to NetEase and they said you can have a week. And I was like, but I don't actually want to do the video. This was a theoretical situation. And he goes, but my friend, fuck, I forget his friend's name. I think it was like John, or like started with a J. We'll call him John. He's like, but if you don't do this video, my friend John is gonna have no money. He's not gonna be able to pay his bills and his rent. And I'm like, dude, well, maybe this is something you should have thought of before reaching out to 2 guys. You feel secondhand embarrassment? So at this point, I'm like, look, okay, I will do your dedicated video for you, all right? I will agree to do your dedicated video. I will have your dedicated video done 7 days from today, within your 1 week time frame. But you are to inform NetEase I have 1 single condition. Is that acceptable? The guy goes, yes, that's perfect. Thank you so much. What is the condition? So I reply back and I say, my 1 single condition is that you let me say what I want to about the game. Thus far, I have played about 10 to 15 minutes of it, and I think the little lolly paladin looks like shit, and I think the AI voice acting is horrendous. If you let me point out the flaws in your game while addressing the areas that it is actually good in, that it excels, I will do your dedicated video for you. And he responded with, no thanks. That was it. I have the email. This is like fucking 40 something replies. And he's just like, no thanks. Oh. So let me just open it for a second, okay? Because I did reply to him. I'm not going to show you the email just for privacy issues. But I did reply to him after that because I was shocked. I was like, wait, what? That was it? That's all it took? So I replied with that, you know, I'm sorry that the partnership fell through. I hope that maybe we can work together on a better game in the future. Like that's what I stated in the email, right? So I was like, I'm sorry. You know, I apologize. I said, you know, I hope that we can work together on a better game in the future. And they just responded with, well, videos of this nature would not be beneficial to the brand, to NetEase in any way. So that was it. He said, I do appreciate that you can't lie to your viewers. So we'll just have to end communications here. And I was like, Wow. Okay.